Guys, hold the pressure. You gotta be ready by the way for him.
Of Ramapo, about 25 miles northwest of New York City. It happened just before 10 o'clock on Forshay Road. There is video circulating on social media, a large emergency response in that area. Right now, it is unclear how many people have been injured or the severity of those injuries, but we're hearing it is multiple people, as many as 4 or 5 people who have been injured. It is unclear at this point.
I think it would also be helpful, especially in the city, specifically in Brooklyn, if they release a list of incidents and the consequences. As of now, all we hear is stories of another Hasidic person being beaten, another Orthodox Jew being hit in the head. We don't know of consequences yet. I mean, the latest story that we heard was someone who slapped 3 Orthodox Jewish women a couple of days ago, and she was released without bail. Orange County, and that's certainly the case with me. I was in Brooklyn last week, Sunday night and Monday night for Hanukkah celebrations. So it's certainly a community where people travel a lot and mingle a lot and meet a lot, and usually people do know victims, first-hand, second-hand, cousins, family, and so forth.
An incident like this, a scene like this.
Orange County, and that's certainly the case with me. I was in Brooklyn last week, Sunday night and Monday night for Hanukkah celebrations. So it's certainly a community where people travel a lot and mingle a lot and meet a lot, and usually people do know victims, first-hand, second-hand, cousins, family, and so forth.
An incident like this, a scene like this, a Saturday night, a holiday, celebration. A celebration. It's just really has to have such an effect on the community. Are people frightened by this? Are they not feeling safe? Are they angry?
I wouldn't call it frightened. I think the sense that I'm getting is that people are trying to become, more and more resolved.
An effect on the community. Are people frightened by this? Are they not feeling safe? Are they angry?
I wouldn't call it frightened. I think the sense that I'm getting is that people are trying to become, more and more resolved as to how to tackle this on a community basis and on an individual basis. And also, as I said earlier, in terms of law enforcement, prosecutors, elected officials, it's not just, being at another press conference, which is nice, but it needs to be specific steps announced and specific steps taken as to increase security and to have a swift response. I think the chief of the police department is now on the scene. That's support that people, want to see and feel that, law enforcement takes it serious. And then, of course, we need to move, especially in Brooklyn, on getting a public list as to exactly how all these cases turn out. Just arresting someone and then people getting released because this is the new law is not going to cut it. There needs to be consequences within the confines of the law, but people need to feel and understand that this isn't a joke. And I think that if we were to have a couple of stories where, let's say, the Brooklyn district attorney was to announce specific steps and consequences that have been taken against perpetrators, I think more and more people will understand that this isn't a joke. And, going out there and beating on a Jew is going to have more consequences than a slap on the wrist and a news story in the evening news.
Yossi Gestedner, the co-founder of the Orthodox Jewish Public Affairs Council for the Hudson Valley. Yossi, thank you so much for the time, for the information. We'll let you go to get back to your friends and perhaps family members there. You have our information. We have yours. Let's stay in touch as the night progresses. And if you hear any more information, please be sure to pass it to us. We've reached out to the authorities as well there in Rockland County. But as you can imagine, they are very, very busy at the moment. Yossi, thank you.
And for anyone just joining us again, multiple people stabbed at a Hanukkah celebration in Monsey tonight in Rockland County. This home just down the street from the Rockland Community College. Multiple people, perhaps 5. We will continue to keep you updated throughout this newscast as we get new details here. We will also update you on ABC7NY and on our free news app.
Yeah, these are live pictures here, and again, as we get more information, we'll pass it along to you. There is other news.
Several hundred yards back from that rabbi's home here on Forshay Avenue. We have some video, though, of the scene we want to show you. Folks running with stretchers and police blocking off the area as they investigate this crime. Our sources are telling us that this was the home of a Hasidic rabbi who was celebrating Hanukkah with family and friends. According to the Orthodox Jewish Public Affairs Council, the call came in at around 9:50 at this home on Forshay Avenue here in Monsey, home of a Hasidic rabbi. A man wearing a scarf covering his face walked into the home, stabbed multiple people. We're told 5 were injured, rushed to area hospitals, and we're told that man then fled the scene in a gray Nissan Sentra. We're still gathering information, but back here live, we want to show you a little bit about what's happening. Police have pushed us all the way back from the scene. Ramapo police are assisting. The officers here directing traffic with their weapons out. They are very closely monitoring this situation. As you can imagine, Monsey is very shaken by this, and more information will be coming to us, and we'll be sure to report that to you. But for now, I'm going to send it back to the studio to you, Jessica.
In Jersey City, and now the New York area is dealing with a horrific amount of attacks towards Orthodox community, openly Orthodox community. It has to stop. We need to do better. Can you tell us your name? My name is Evan Bernstein. I'm the New York, New Jersey Digital Director for the Anti-Defamation League. Can you explain us?
I mean, we've been on CBS quite a lot this
Yes.
week. What's your cause? Why are we not the rise?
I think there's no one answer for anti-Semitism. Right now we're seeing anti-Semitism from the right, we're seeing anti-Semitism from the left, we're seeing anti-Semitism from the center. Right now the Jews are in the middle, and they're getting squished, and they're getting infected, and they're getting assaulted. And there's lots we were trying to figure out the reasons. In Brooklyn, it could be gentrification, old standing anti-Semitic issues. There's been a lot of, we cannot speculate on why these stabbings have taken place, why these things have taken place, but we know the Jewish community is the group that is being targeted right now consistently and ongoing, almost minute to minute. We're dealing with some other kind of an incident.
Doing? We were just advised momentarily ago that NYPD has located the vehicle and the possible suspect in the 32nd precinct, and we have detectives en route down to the city as we speak to work with NYPD on this. So we wanted to get that information out as quick as possible. The vehicle has been located and a possible suspect as well.
Can you, Chief?
That's it. That's
Chief,
all.
no, Chief.
En man halt schon noch ein Ketzkern, und man weiß schon, was es fehlt. Und geht sich jetzt nehmen, in Schluakulischkeit und Schiri mal ruhig am Mund. Aber dann der Mensch noch Papi ist hier Kind, ist Kriuchel Michel, der ist hier so Kind. Wegen dem, ich will nicht mehr so trachten meinen, aber trachten muss ich mit der Schrotten. Aber singen wir im Haus der Hashem sind alle gewähnt hinter dem Messer und hinter dem Haken. Aber ein bisschen helfen, denkt sich, hier soll hoch da rauskommen, ganze Heid, linke Heid, Gesindheit und schnelle Heid. Hashem, King, Osam, Aber singen den Chas der Hashem sind alle gewähnt hinter dem Messer und hinter dem Hack. Und der Eibischter helfen, wenn sich hier soll auch da rauskommen, ganze Heid, Linkerheit, Gesindheit und Schnelligkeit. Hashem, King, Oisambi, King, Oisambi,
Yep, there we go. This is where they stabbed the car.